Hello, everyone. I'm Craig Norman and your moderator for this week's virtual trade show. Thank you for taking time out of your day to attend today's event. Before we get started, though, on behalf of the ABB Optical Group, I thought it's most appropriate to acknowledge the global emergency that's affecting us all. No doubt the crisis that we are encountering is unprecedented. It's one that is forcing all of us to reprioritize everything we do, while each day brings new challenges, causing us to continuously recalculate our course. We all have responsibilities to protect our family, friends, patients, and business. To get through these times, we have to be more creative than ever before. We must over-communicate, we have to adapt, and we have to become comfortable even when we're really uncomfortable. Most of all, we have to take this time to align and band together to help each other, even if from great distances. These are the very words that ABB has been preaching internally to stay committed to doing their part to help customers navigate through these times. This mindset is the foundation for events like this webinar, the patient resource kit that launched last week, and the updates made to the direct ship to patient program. ABB continues to maintain a full distribution center, call center, and lab operations at this time. The company continues to implement actions to protect the health and safety of the customers and employees. The focus today is to do all that's possible to equip you with the appropriate tools and support to manage through this time. The webinar series this week focuses on a variety of topics to assist you in your day-to-day operations. They will be centered around available ABB solutions to share best practices, success stories, and technologies to increase efficiencies and drive revenue. All said, each of us participating in these webinars are grateful to have you in attendance and appreciate your continued support. So today, we're really excited to bring to you building a successful specialty contact lens practice. I think we'll find this very interesting with the two speakers that we have this evening. Both of these are veterans within the contact lens field. Both of them grew up in the manufacturing area of it, so they understand soup to nuts, the specialty contact lens field. Our first speaker in a moment will be Jonathan Meadis, who's a senior account manager. He has over 20 years in the industry, and his family owned a laboratory in northwestern New York. And also we have Andy Jackson, and Andy is the director of the specialty vision products. He also owned a lab for over 30 years in Tennessee. Both of these guys have a tremendous amount of background and knowledge that they're going to begin to share with you today. Jonathan, Andy, welcome, and let's get started.
Thank you, Craig, and thanks to everybody for joining us today. Just wanted to go over, ABB has rebranded themselves at Vision Expo West. We wanted to make sure that everybody understood that we're a true optical platform for our customers. So we have our ABB Contact Lens, which is our soft contact lens business, and then the specialty vision products that we're going to be talking about today. The labs are going to be our lab services, which is formerly Digital Eye Lab. Stock lenses are the lenses that you guys will actually edge in-house. And then we're excited about our ABB new business solutions, which is going to be our Verify, ABB Analyze, and ABB AutoShip. We'll talk about a couple of those a little bit later on in the presentation. So I want to talk a little bit about our portfolio, some of the educational things we do with optometry students. So our specialty vision collection consists of our scleral lenses, Ortho-K, some of our irregular cornea designs, bifocal and multifocal gas perms, spherical or corneal gas perms, hybrids, and our custom soft. So on the left-hand side is our newest catalog that we just went over and redesigned in January for our customers and for our account managers. This is a much more comprehensive list of everything that we do, and it's going to be designed by popularity of product and also include some of our consultants for your ease of convenience. So we actually have the largest collection of specialty products in the country, which we manufacture and distribute different products from different companies in addition to manufacturing our own. And what that's going to do for a customer perspective is it doesn't limit us to just staying within one design. We can best fit that patient's needs by going within the design, whether it be something we manufacture or something that we distribute. This is available as a handout on the right-hand side that Craig talked about before. So I encourage you to download that and print it. On the right-hand side is our student challenge that I briefly touched on. These are 3rd and 4th year optometry students. This picture was taken at the GSLS. So we have 6 winners, and 3 of them actually get to attend the GSLS meeting on ABB. We're going to continue that for this year, and we look forward to bringing some more people out to GSLS. So I talked about manufactured versus distributed products. On the top, you can see these are our manufactured lenses. These are the ones that ABB actually manufactures. And at the bottom, we actually have what the lenses that we distribute. So we distribute for Art, Excel, Paragon, and Visionary. And we just recently brought on a new lens called Boston Sight that's listed here that Andy's going to go over with you guys very, very shortly. I talked quickly about the consultant. So this sheet that you're seeing on your screen now is actually going to be the inside cover of the specialty catalog that I first went over. Our consultation team has the most experience of any in the industry. They're continually training and learning new things. We are actually adding another consultant to the team, a guy named Corey Alvis. He comes from us from a Synergize and is a wealth of knowledge, and we look forward to bringing him on the team. We also have, just for you East Coast people, that our consultation is available till 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that sometimes helps because a lot of labs may not be open that late for you. So Andy's going to go over some of our educational opportunities.
Yes, these are all the different opportunities that we do for not only for the doctors but for their staff. You know, we just don't want to sell you lenses. We want to help you grow your specialty business, and we found by really trial and error that the best way to do that is to educate. And you know, probably our biggest thing that we do almost on a daily basis is lunch and learns, where the account managers bring in lunch to the office, and the doctor and his staff can sit in. We have a live webinar with one of our consultants on whether it might be on a specific scleral product or it could be on our whole portfolio. We let the doctor pick what subject they want it to be on. We're doing those virtually now, since our account managers are pretty much homebound like everybody else, but we're doing them virtually, and you know, anybody can sign up. Just get in touch with your account manager, and we can do that. We do lots of wet labs. We of course had to cancel the ones that we had in March and April, but we'll start back up as soon as we get the green light. But we typically, one of our account managers gets with y'all. If you want to be a host office, we ask that you know, the host office probably needs to have an anterior seg OCT. That makes it a lot easier for the crowd to be able to see what's going on with the patients that we bring in. We usually do a couple of live fittings. We have a speaker that gives some scleral education, whatever product that the doctor wants to learn about. We'll bring them in. We'll do 45 minutes in education, and then we'll take a couple of patients and we'll go back there and let all the attendees on board. We usually like to have 6 to 8 doctors there. You know, we'll also have somebody there that can help if there's staff there. We can help with staff training, insertion and removal, and so forth. So we try to get some hands-on so they can get a little experience with it. The third thing we do is a little higher level, a little more advanced. We do scleral lens boot camps. We do those in my hometown of Nashville. We do it in a doctor's office, Dr. Jeff Cincino, and another doctor named Mile Brujak from Ohio. They host it for us, and it's really, we invite 9 doctors. We try to get everybody in there on Friday night. We have a meet and greet, and then all day Saturday we do first part of it is scleral training, education on scleral lenses, and it's, you know, we gauge the crowd, and if everybody there is not fit sclerals, it'll be a little more basic. If everybody there's already fitting sclerals, it'll be a lot more advanced. Later that afternoon, we do billing and coding, and that's when the pen and pencils come out and the notepads, and everybody's taking notes, because everybody gets some pearls out of that, and then go back to their practice. And if they bill and coded something wrong, then go 6 months back with the VSP or IMED, and a lot of people can recoup a lot of dollars, so it's a pay for your time being out of the office. So those things on Sunday morning. Saturday night, we take everybody to a really cool restaurant. We have a private room. We have some singer-songwriters that entertain us, and we ask everybody there if they brought their spouse or anybody with them, they're welcome to bring them for that event that night. And then Sunday morning, we break up into groups of 3, and we see live patients with us. 3 different patients come in, and one of them's a irregular cornea, one of them's probably a transplant, one may be an RK, but they're 3 different patients, and come in, and we let the team of 3 doctors fit the patient, and Dr. Cincino and Brujak, they observe them, and then they pretty much critique them when it's over and show them, talk to them about what they did right, what they did wrong, what they would recommend, and everybody packs up and can leave at noon. But it's really, everybody that comes to these, it opens your eyes about how to be successful fitting scleral lenses, and also how to make money at it. So you can talk to your account managers about that, and they'll get you signed up, because we've got the one in May is full, but we've got August and October that are pretty open. So if you've got any interest, just reach out to your account manager. Dee Dee Reyes, because of all this education we're doing, I hired Dee Dee about a year ago. She was with Synergize for 12 years, and before that, she was at UC Davis and was a fitter and worked with Melissa Barnett. And so she's got a lot of fitting experience. She's basically a hybrid lens expert, but she's also a scleral expert. And she's been on board with us a year, and we kind of realized what we had, and we promoted her recently to professional education consultant. And her job is to train your staff, whether it's on site, whether it's a virtual webinar. She's got all of that. Her and Craig Norman have put together some really nice staff trainings on video that you can access through our website. But Dee Dee's available for lunch and learn. She does a lot of our wet labs for us. She's just a wealth of information, and she can really help your practice to grow with specialty.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about, we talked in the beginning about ABB's new business solutions. 2 of the ones here are ABB Verify, which is a insurance software that can search Davis Vision, IMED, VSP, and Spectera, and a couple other ones. And there's a couple versions of this. There's ABB Verify that can go back in and notify patients of unused benefits. There's also an on-demand portion where a patient walks in and they can figure out what insurance they have. I think they did a webinar on that yesterday. We actually have demos for this that are Wednesday and Fridays at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. I encourage you to get in front of a demo if you haven't already seen one. Your account manager could be able to set you up or send you the link for that. And then on the right-hand side, we have ABB Analyze. And Analyze is going to be a data dashboard that looks at key metrics within the practice. It looks at missed revenue opportunities. It'll give you some KPIs. There's actually 2 versions of the Analyze Lite. It can be on your desktop or as a mobile app. There's the full Analyze, and then there's also Analyze Lite. And Analyze Lite, right now, we're going to be giving to any ABB customer at no charge. And I know they're going to be doing the Analyze demo tomorrow. So if you have any questions, please attend that or reach out to your ABB account manager. And Andy's going to go over some of the new products we have with their specialty collection.
Yes, recently we've just become a master distributor for Tangible Clean, which is made by Tangible Sciences that actually came out with the HydroPeg system, the coating system that's on scleral lenses. But Tangible Clean is just a GP and a soft lens solution. It's a little less viscous than Boston. It's a little more viscous than, say, the Unique pH, but it's really a nice solution. We're sending out a 3.4 ounce sample size with every new patient, scleral or GP corneal patient that you order from us, so that you can try it. If you like it, there's 2 of the 3.4 ounce size for travel pack that we sell, and there's also a 12 ounce that's a 3-month supply that we sell for patients as well, sell directly to the doctors. Boston site, we just became a distributor for them in January. That's a really nice high-end, very large scleral. It's got a great system called Fit Connect that you can order. It's this intuitive software, and our consultants will train you how to use it, and you can basically put your patient information in there and look at the lens on the eye, and you can make any changes you want, with the help of our consultant, and you can certainly do it on your own. But it's really a great intuitive software that we'd recommend using with the Boston site. The webinar series, we continue like talking about education. We did 4 of these last year. We do 1 a quarter. We recently did one about a month ago with Dr. Nettie Hines on basic scleral fitting. We've got another one coming up. The next one for 2nd quarter is Dr. Maria Liu, and she is the authority on ortho-K lenses in the United States, and I think you'll see be well worth your while. We've got 2 more coming up. We've got Stephanie Wu that's going to be doing one for us 3rd quarter, and she did this same one last year. It was our most well-attended webinar, but she's doing billing and coding of scleral lenses, which is really critical to make sure that you're not leaving any money on the table. And then the last one, fourth quarter, will be Matt Lampa from Pacific University, and he's going to basically walk you through on how to really build a specialty practice from getting referrals, from training your staff correctly, and probably going to talk to you about utilizing all the education that we offer here at ABB.
And then, because we want you to be successful and profitable in your specialty lens practice, ABB has just launched a new Prime warranty. And the Prime warranty is for ABB manufactured products. So that's going to include our single vision, our regular cornea products, the multifocals, the torics, and then any of our scleral lens designs. So what this allows you to do is unlimited exchanges at no charge within 90 or 120 days, depending on what the product is. It also doesn't require you to send back any lenses unless the patient does cancel that. So that's going to give you some flexibility, where most warranties for specialty are 90 days. We do have the option for 120 days with the Prime warranty. And then part of our our specialty lens collection is going to be our custom soft lenses. And we have three different products. We have Definitive, which is a silicone hydrogel material, and then all the parameters are listed there on the left. This is also a handout, just so you guys know. On the right is our Concise custom lenses, and those are going to be the HEMA material. They are quarterly replacement products. We do have an option for custom soft lens color lenses, but one of the things to note with our custom soft lenses is that we have one of the fastest made-to-order turnaround times in the industry. So kind of go over why choose ABB for your specialty vision products. So everything that we've kind of talked about throughout so far, the largest collection of specialty products in the industry. We have the consultants that are available to you guys. We manufacture and distribute. The other benefit is we also have two labs. We have one in Alameda, California, and we also have a second one in Kansas City, Missouri. We do have loaner fit sets, and what Andy talked about as far as the education with the wet labs, the lunch and learns, with Dee Dee with the staff training, and our continuing web educational series. We also, because of what is happening within the industry, are going to be offering, we'll ship directly to the patient, a specialty product. These really need to be patients that are existing. So this is for somebody that has lost a lens or accidentally damaged one of their specialty products. But you can now call consultation or our customer service and have that product sent directly to the patient's home. And then I'm going to let Andy go over the virtual show special for us.
Yeah, for a jump in loaner sets, one other thing on warranties, he was talking about the Prime warranty. We've had a lot of calls over the past week or so, people concerned that their warranty was going to run out on existing patients, and I just want to assure everybody on this call that ABB, we're going to cover you on all that. You don't need to worry about it. We're not going to hold anybody to those warranties. When this is over, we'll look at how much more time you need to finish the patient. We're going to be your partner there. On our manufactured product, on our distributed product, we'll follow what the distributors are doing, but I've talked to all of them, and all of them are really taking the same posture we are. So I think you don't need to worry about it. I think everybody's gonna have you covered. We just want to make you successful with that patient. So as far as loaner sets go, we've got all of these different loaner sets. We know that all of y'all probably have multiple fitting sets in there. The last thing you want to do is buy another fitting set, and we're not trying to sell fitting sets. We just want to offer you the best products out there, and then we offer them to you in a loaner set so you can try them at no charge. We send the loaner set out, we memo bill it. You've got 30 days. If you need longer, you just have to call us up and say, hey, can I have another 30 days? And that's not a problem. Send them back, you get full credit. We've got the ICD Flex, we've got the new Boston Sight scleral that I talked to you about, Europa Jupiter, all of these that are listed, they're all available, as well as all of our irregular cornea designs. We've got loaner sets on all of those as well. So we ask you to utilize that. I think it gives you a chance to try a different product and see if maybe it does work better than what you're presently using.
So that's going to be it for us. Really appreciate everybody's time, and I'll throw it back to Craig.
Thank you very much, Jonathan, and thank you, Andy. We do have a few questions here that is really great, and so let me start off. One is related to, if I read this correctly, you mentioned that we can have products sent directly to the patient. Can you also send it to my home instead, so I can make arrangements for them to pick it up?
Yeah, well, with this current climate, we're going to be definitely flexible on being able to get the product to wherever it needs to get so you can satisfy that patient. So yeah, we can ship it wherever it needs to go for you on your behalf.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm guessing that relates to somebody whose office and community is totally shut down, but they still want to get their hands on it to deliver. Andy, what actually is HydroPeg? We hear the term. Can you explain a little bit about what it is and what it does?
Yeah, first of all, let me explain what plasma is, because everybody gets confused. Plasma and HydroPeg are the same thing or close, but they're totally different. Every HydroPeg lens has to be plasma first, and a plasma-coated lens is not really coated. It's a lens that goes through a process of sterilization, and it's totally sterile when we take it in there. We can either send it to a lot of people just buy plasma lenses and we send it directly to them, or when we're going to HydroPeg one, we'll plasma it, and then we'll put it in HydroPeg. And HydroPeg is actually a coating. It's a multi-layered coating that just makes the lens slick. And any of y'all, I know you all fit scleral, so you all know that you want that lens. You don't want any debris on the lens. You don't want any oil or mucin or so forth. So a HydroPeg lens, if you've ever held one, it's hard to hold. They're slick. So it's a little problematic in that, but it does its job once you get it on the eye, which is to keep the eye moist and soft. And the HydroPeg, they've come out with a new product that's going to boost it, so to speak, because the name of the product is Boost. They're going to be introducing that in the next few months. It's still in the final stages of FDA, but it literally does what it says. The patient either can do it monthly or they can do it every other month. It's prescription written by y'all, and you'll kind of tell us what to do as far as shipping it to the patient, how often we need to ship it to them. But it builds up the layer of the HydroPeg. So HydroPeg starts wearing off from 6 to 9 months. It starts wearing down some, and as long as there's still some HydroPeg on the lens, when you boost it, it takes it back to where it was when it was brand new. So it's going to be a great product, and it's been tested. I've talked to some practitioners that have been using it in testing, and they're just thrilled with it. So.
Okay, excellent. The next question is related to custom soft lenses. It says the speaker mentioned that the delivery time is the fastest within the industry, but didn't say how long that is. Jonathan, what's the typical time?
Yeah, for definitive or the custom soft brands, typically the turnaround time was approximately 1 week, which is much better than any of the other products out in the marketplace at this current time. The colors can take a little bit longer, but the made-to-order definitive and concise are about a week.
Can I add one thing to that, Jonathan? If you have a patient that's in trouble and they've got a tough prescription, we can make it really quick. If you let us know, we can make it in a couple of days and overnight it to you if that's the case. So it's just, we have a lot of them that come in, and we can kind of prioritize them as the accounts need it. So just let us know.
All righty. Question is, I noticed you mentioned you aren't doing in-office events right now, but in the future, how would they be scheduled?
Yeah, basically the way to schedule a wet lab or a lunch and learn is going to be through your ABB account manager or through our ABB consultation. They can get the information to the account manager, and they'll reach out to you, understand what your needs are and what you want to learn within the lunch or virtual webinar, or getting a wet lab put together. So the account manager is going to be the best resource for that.
Andy, the webinar series that you mentioned that has been going on, not this week, but overall last year, and the one with Dr. Nettie Hines that you mentioned, where are those housed after that they have been actually live performances?
Yeah, they're housed on our website, and I'm going to let Jonathan, he can tell them exactly where to go. So Jonathan, you take it from here.
Yep. Yeah, they're actually on the abboptical.com website. And even if you're not an ABB customer, you'll stay able to watch those. So once you click on ABB Optical, you'll see our webinar series is listed right there on the landing page, and you can click on it, and they're about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour long, but it'll cover all of last year's and the most recent one this year.
Okay, excellent. And then the last one, I kind of think I know the answer for this, but what if I want to know more about these business solutions that you discussed?
So the business solutions, I think I mentioned there was one for the Verify that was yesterday. So I know Craig mentioned that these webinars will be available to review. Also the standing demo, so there's 12:30 Wednesdays and Fridays Eastern Standard Time. So that's for Verify, and the account manager would be able to provide that link. The ABB Analyze is going to be a custom demo, and that'll be more custom to the practice depending on if you want to see Analyze Full or Analyze Light. And again, Analyze Light, we're going to be doing at no charge for all of our customers moving forward. And I think Craig's going to talk about the webinars tomorrow for Analyze Light, but you would also do that through your account manager.
Okay, an excellent question just came in. Do you have any webinars that help us to build our specialty lens practice? And for instance, how do we attract those patients to the office?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, you got to wait till December for that one. We've got one coming up with, Matt Lampa that's going to tell you exactly that. But we already been talking. We get asked that a lot, so we may do something and put on our website to get us through that time, because that's a great question and we get asked that frequently. So, yes.
Okay, I will say, if I remember correctly, the Stephanie Wu presentation from last year, she also talked about that just a little bit, and that would be up online, where she talked about how she would gain referrals to the practice. Excellent question. Anyway, so fellas, that's it for now. I want to thank everybody for attending, and to remind you once again that if you go onto the ABB.com website, that there are those other webinars that are available. Andy, Jonathan, thank you so much for your time and your presentation today.
Thank you.
Craig.
Thanks for everybody that attended.